This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the whole squad, all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hey, here we go. Go ahead, here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Go ahead. I love flat.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
40. We're going to 54. Why is? Then we're going to 53. Go. Got one free defense. Check. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Why is? Then we're going to 53. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Jack with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First down. Here we go. Then we're going to 52. Then we're going to 54. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Really rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go! Mike 48. Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant!
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Foles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going to try and throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
At their own 48-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin. 52 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Jaguars nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Down there, but he cannot connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
What we got? What we got? Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Fournette, a first down carry. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. On 2nd and 12, Foles. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 24 yards.